Good morning, Monday team, Sales Hustle Club. This is the last Sales Hustle Club we are going to do in this year of 2022 because next year is going to be amazing. And it starts with what we do on this call with you. Again, I want to thank you for those of you that are engaged with yourself on this mission of mercy, mission of what can we do with our lives when we set an intention and get engaged with life. And that's what I'm hoping to do with you on the Sales Hustle Club. I want to say a special thank you to those of you who've reached out since the last we spoke. I had a lot of feedback from last time we got together and a lot of good stuff that will become of all of this. You know what? Someone I follow a lot, who is no longer with us, Jim Rowan, has said many great things about goal setting. And the best way he phrases this, he talks about this group of business leaders that asked him this monumental question, which was, Mr. Rowan, what do you see is going to be next year? What's coming in front of us? And he said, well, my friends, I do in fact know what's going to happen next year. And I have been told exactly, how everything will pan out. And he said, it will look a lot like this year. If we keep doing the same things as we were doing, it will kind of turn out the same way. So my mission for all of you today is for us to ask this question. What do we want for 2023? How do we get what we want in this coming year? What do we expect to have happen when we get engaged with what we want to do for our success? What do we want to do to get engaged with our family, to our work? All of those things matter. And that's why in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to be covering a lot of these topics. And I am so thankful to have you aboard this party train that we are doing. First off, why we do the Sales Hustle Club, to showcase some tips and tricks, show some best practices. But I want to make sure we are setting the right mindsets for the week. Set your intentions right now. Set your intentions for your week. Your week will be much better if you've planned ahead for this. I did this on Sunday. I spent a lot of my time and energy not only preparing this presentation for you, but for me to have the best week. I used to think that Sundays was the last part of the week, and now I'm beginning to believe that Sunday is the first day of the week, because when you plan a little bit, spend an ounce of energy just setting your intentions for the week, you're going to have an amazing week. But right now, right at this moment, think about your intention for the week. What will make you feel special on Friday at 5 o'clock that you had successfully completed your intention, something that you put into the atmosphere that you want to become so. So let's get this party started. I know I got my team on here too, and please speak up, team, if there's anything that I need to slow down, speed up, or something's wrong on the screen, because I'm trying to manage all the content and everything on the screen as well. So let's get started. Goal setting 2023. First off, I want you to watch this quick little video from my digital mentor. Let's review our year. Now, thinking about your year. Now, if you are not a goal-setting type of person, you're not a New Year's resolution type person, I want to ask you to do something you may have never done before or have been unsuccessful before. I will tell you, I have been not the best at this practice. I've only gotten better at it as I've gotten older and started to realize that I wasn't moving as fast as I would have liked to have moved. Did not progress as well as I should have. And I know how to hold myself accountable. And one way I do that is taking a look at what you have accomplished. What can you be proud of for the year? What can you look at and ask yourself, do I feel really achieved in that goal? Do I feel some success with achieving that goal? And one of the common misconceptions that people have about goal setting is once they get to that goal, they're going to be satisfied. You'll have a satisfaction of a few moments, but you will also find yourself seeking more of that. And so what that means is you got to be moving forward. You know, you can climb a mountain and you get up top and you see the scenery, but you got to find another mountain to climb. So find something that's going to inspire you for that next thing. But take a look around your year, 2022. Think about the months that went on. Are you proud of some successes with your sales? Are you proud of some new customers that now introduce you to new people, getting those referrals because you ask for those referrals? Maybe that was a goal of yours to be better at asking for referrals. But look back at what you achieved, but also what you didn't achieve. In that, there might be some hints and some signals of habits that you were doing this year that maybe you don't want to carry on into the new year. What are those habits? What do those look like? Could you change those habits out for some special disciplines that will help you achieve your goals? I want you to reimagine what could have been. What could have been if you had just one discipline in your toolbox that you used on the daily basis. I'm going to talk about a lot of disciplines, one of which is the discipline of journaling. Is a fantastic way to make sure that your dreams become true. But most of us think about our New Year's resolutions around the new year, and we kind of forget about it. When you journal, you don't forget about it because you're constantly looking at them. But what other discipline can you put into practice? If I was in sales and all I did every day was try to find new clients, I'm going to ask myself, what activity discipline can I have on my calendar every single day that I did that I was relentless? I did not ever not do this. It could be I'm only going to do cold visits for 2 hours a day, but I will never quit. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if it's snowing. I'm going to do it because I do hard things. Think about what that discipline looks like for you. I asked this question for myself. So when I do this work with you guys teaching these things on goal setting, I want you to know that I am not an expert at goal setting. I am trying to be good at it. And by being good at it means I must teach it, because the best way to become a student in anything is try to teach it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm merely the student teaching something that I'm also learning. And so part of my discipline that I put on my calendar for this 90-day quarter, the fourth quarter here, is for me to be disciplined in speaking in front of people and communicating, building presentations, and talking to more people. And this, what I'm doing, I am doing this practice every single week. Something before I go forward too quickly, and I want to recognize something that I want everybody to really feel this right here. This thing right here is the most expensive thing that you own in your life. This thing right here, your cell phone, it's the most expensive thing. Yeah, it's $1,000, but Robert, my car costs $50,000. Listen, when you spend hours and hours of your energy, your sales hustle energy in your phone doing non-productive things such as social media, swiping through a ton of TikToks or Reels or Instagram posts, whatever you do, right? Figure out for yourself, is that habit serving you? Is that habit good for you? Is it good for your energy? Is it helping you win? Or is it costing you money? I would be willing to bet if you got more disciplined with your cell phone use and used it when you intend on using it by kind of setting something into motion like, I'm going to spend a maximum of X number of hours on my phone doing non-productive things. I'm going to spend those hours in off-peak time when I'm relaxing. Just consider that your phone, if you were to devote better time in the right apps, and I'm not saying that all things that we do on our phones are a waste of time. Connecting with a client on the phone during work hours, that's probably good. Someone, if you could mute people, should automatically be muted when you guys join. So I got distracted. So I'm easily distracted, partially because of being on my phone so much. And it's everything I teach is just a mirror of me. I know I got to do better at the phone use, and I am managing that. But you have a thing in your phone called the digital well-being. If you guys were to take a moment, look under your settings in your phone and click on digital well-being, it will tell you your use by application. Decide what you want to spend more time on and less time on. I use a lot of YouTube for learning, okay? But there are some YouTube people that I have followed in the past that I had to unfollow because it wasn't good for my productivity. By deciding where we're going to spend our time before the week begins, it really helps showcase what was possible. Because if you have big goals for this year, then you're going to need the time to do it. I can't manufacture time for anyone. Nobody can manufacture time, but we have time. The excuses of no time, I just don't believe anymore because we are the keepers of our own time. This is my vision board, okay? So going to goal setting, I want to ask yourself this question. Do you have a vision board? Every one of these images means something to me. Dude, I would love to have the Tesla Roadster. It's not out yet. It is a wicked car, 1.9 seconds to 60. I just want this car. In 5 years, I will own this car. Now, I put my vision board as 2028 because this is basically 5 years from 2023, okay? But every one of these things means something. I'm building another house in Costa Rica that I want to have completed. The EOS operating system is how I scale my businesses and I help other business leaders implement the EOS process. It's the framework on how we do things. I want to do entrepreneurial retreats all over the globe, but starting in Costa Rica, and I have a lake house in Hendersonville, Tennessee that I bring entrepreneurs and sales teams in to work on goal setting and plans for dominating their marketplace. I want to have a Vision Jet. It's a Cirrus jet. It's the most inexpensive private plane. I'm going to own this in the next 5 years. How is this going to happen? I don't know, folks, but I'm putting it into the universe. I'm going to try. I want to inspire people through a TED Talk in the next 5 years because I ultimately want to inspire the next leader of our nation. I would love to inspire a president for change. That's my vision board. What is your vision board? What is something that when you close your eyes and you think of yourself 5 or 10 years into the future, what do you want? When you visualize these things, they can become true. Promise you, I have done this many occasions, forgot about the particular vision or dream, and it just magically happened. Have a vision. Do this with your spouse. Do this with your kids. If you got into the habit of manufacturing the best possible life, what would it look like if you did it with your kids when they were 10, when they were teenagers, and you got them inspired to be the best version of themselves? And every single year, you and your family recalibrated for the next year. What would it look like for the future of your family and your heritage that you leave behind here on earth? Have a vision. Amazing things become so when we first think of them and imagine them. Thoughts always become things. All right. Next, types of goals. I kind of label my goals in different categories. Everyone is different. I got a health, whether it's fitness, whether it's how much money I want to earn. You may be thinking about your career advancements. What's next? I'm in sales, but I want to go to this next level. Well, there's many levels in sales. For a lot of organizations, they may have you working with small business accounts leading to bigger corporate accounts or massive accounts. Think about your family goals, spiritual goals, your skills, your mind. What skills are you carrying forward? What are you going to work on? Like next year for me, I want to be a certified breathing coach. I have seen so many situations that breath work with sales teams and leaders really can make a huge difference in moving the energy and staying positive. But also, how can you have fun? Part of goal setting should be something about fun. SMART is the way people talk about doing goal setting, and that is be clear and specific with your goals. They're easier going to be to achieve. It also helps you know how and where to get started. Make sure they're measurable goals that can be tracked. Activity goals is a big piece of the puzzle with CallProof because we can help you track that daily activity to be successful. It also helps you tell you when a goal is complete by having it measurable. Actionable. Are you able to take action to achieve the goal? Actionable goals ensure the steps to get there are within your control. Realistic. Let's not go too far way in the sky on what's realistic. Avoid overwhelm and unnecessary stress and frustration by making the goal, got to make the goal realistic. And obviously, we want to make sure that the goal is time bound. Now, one thing that I may have messed up this slide here. Did I mess it up? Yes, yeah, I did. I put this one out the other one. So what is your income goal? I want you to think for a moment, and if you don't want to maybe share this with the team here, but I want to ask yourself to consider this as an idea for you going forward in 23. Figure out what your number is. Figure out what your number is. Whether it's a sales figure, whether it's imagining your W-2 that comes in the mail from the post office with saying how much you earned in 23. Now, you would get that income statement from your employer as a W-2 in 2024. So if you really have to imagine it far in advance, 2024, and you're looking at what you made at the place that you work at right now, what is that number? What number do you want to see? I could not tell you how many times I have visualized this number and became within thousands of dollars of this number. I mean, literally a couple of thousands of dollars, overachieving that number, by the way, by just imagining what is that number for you. If it's $150,000.42, be very specific on what you imagine. And by having that goal, then it makes it easy for you to kind of break out exactly how that goal is going to make a difference for you. Because money goals should equal the activities needed. Understand the direct correlation between money wanted and activities needed to achieve your sales goal. If you know it takes 20 hours of prospecting to close one sale, and you want to close 3 a month, that will mean that 60 hours of prospecting in a month or you're going to need a better way to prospect. So understand that there's a direct correlation between what you want and the activity. Once you understand what the metrics looks like for you in sales to close deals, what it means, either you're going to need to be really good at being disciplined on the activity or finding a different way. Both are true. Both are where your energy should be spent. If you can find a different way to find better prospects that they're calling you without having you to do the activities, it's a worthwhile exercise to figure out what's a better way. And you find a better way by talking to performance salespeople who are winning the top 1%. Find out what they are doing to win. because you can skip a lot of the harder work in the daily grind by finding better ways, by being open to learning something new. Treat yourself with some kind of reward. So what kind of reward could you put into practice for yourself? If you achieve X, I will do Y. Maybe it's something for the family. It could be, we want to put a brand new pool in if daddy can get his sales goals. Guess what it would look like if your family was aligned with your goal setting? They would be asking you, Daddy, how's your sales this month? Would that question help inspire you to try a little bit harder when your kids and your wife are all bought into the success for your sales? Would they be more supportive in the morning, getting ready to go and making sure that you're ready to have a fantastic, positive day? Think about how you can reward yourself and how your team around you, your friends and family, can help support that. Or do you need to punish yourself, right? If you don't achieve a goal, maybe it's donating to a political party you dislike or a group you despise. So maybe some goals might need punishment if you don't achieve. So listen, I believe in this wholeheartedly. It does work. Negative also works just as well as positive does. But be accountable to whatever you decide to do. Now, this is something that I follow for myself, okay? We have 4 parts of our year, okay? I like to break things down by having rocks. And a rock is taking a goal that I want to achieve and making that a 90-day thing that I'm going to focus on for those 90 days. I like to break my goals out through body, mind, spirit, and relationship. So I'm going to do heavy goals that are around my health through the first part of the year, because during the wintertime, I plump up. I eat too much. There's so much good parties and things to eat that I just have a ball in December. But January's, I'm having lots of regrets. So I'm getting into my physical health. And then my second part of the year will be mind stuff. So things I'm learning, things I'm growing in different parts of the aspects of my either mind or business. Also consider having a goal buddy, someone who is going to both help you be accountable and then you are helping them accountable. When you have a goal buddy, it will change the way that you go about your year. Think about this. Who in your life is someone that is of your same level and caliber, that has energy, that wants to achieve big things, that you can also motivate and also inspire by you doing the work? Someone that you could meet with either on a weekly basis or monthly. Someone you could literally have a presentation with you. Like if I was going to, and this is something I'm intending on doing, I haven't decided if I'm going to do this publicly or privately, but I am working on my presentation to my accountability buddy on what I want to achieve in 23. And it's literally, this is what I did in 22. I'm not proud of X, Y, and Z. These are habits that I've gotten rid of. This is what I'm going to do going forward. And think about your presentation. Think about what it would feel like to present to someone exactly what you are wanting to do in 23 in a presentation format. And maybe it's something you do with your whole family. Maybe it's just you do it in front of your family and your spouse is your goal buddy. I would love it for you, if you were in sales, to have a goal buddy in sales, because you want someone that's kind of doing the same thing, riding the same journey, racing the same race with you. And especially if it's a little competitive, maybe you guys are competing to be the number one in the sales in the company. If it were me, listen, if I had 50 salespeople in the organization, I don't want to buddy in goal set with a dude that's in a 40th place. I'm sorry. I want to buddy in goal set with somebody that is higher than me, that's better than me. I want to stretch. I want to grow. I want to get better. So I want to chase someone better than me. I would much rather see a dude in front of me and be trying to reach his speed than looking behind me. If it were me, everyone is different. Now, if you are the number one salesperson in the group, there's a lot to be learned by having follower, because when you do have a follower behind you that's chasing your sales, it makes you want to do better for yourself. And so have a goal buddy, figure out who this is, give them a presentation, share your wins and losses, but hold each other accountable for the process. Now, this is something that I use. I use a daily journal, and this is called the Oak Journal. I'll share with you. You know, there's 1,000 different journals available that you can choose from. For whatever reason, I cannot tell you why this one is working for me, but it really is. Because the exercise that I'm walking you through right now is, number one, make a list of your goals, be very specific. Then you're going to be breaking those goals down by quarter. So you have 4 quarters that you're going to get these goals over the finish line. If it were me, I would group my goals based on what they are. If it's stuff about my health, it's all health is going to be focused on my first quarter. By having a journal like this, what I like about this one is every day, well, first off, let's talk about what the first thing it does. The very first page, it says, what are your 3 rocks? What are the 3 things that you're going to accomplish over the next 90 days? Write those out. What's my goal? I have a signature talk I'm working on. Map that out. What steps I got to take to get it done? What's my expected outcome? Write these down. And then every single day, I go through my gratitude. 3 things I'm grateful for. That simple practice is documented and data-driven to help you with being in the right mindset of accomplishing great things by being grateful. The next question, what's my vision for the day? I want to develop 2 good relationships I didn't have before by the end of business day. That might be a vision for the day. What's the 3 most important things that I need to do for the day? And then today at a glance. This is really impactful. Time stamp, exactly time block these these times on your calendar. And then I write over here, I journal, I do a little reading, but every week it has this other page, which it basically is talking about your, where are you on your goals? So every week you're literally looking at the goals that you have written down, and are you on track? Are you off track? What do you need to do to get all these things done? This is called the Oak Journal. You can go to oakjournal.com. It's like $35. It's been amazing for me. But the time that you actually journal every day forces you to analyze your day and spend your time on purpose. Dave Ramsey says this, spend your money on paper first. Time is the same thing. Spend your time on paper before the day begins, and you're going to have a little bit more control on how that is used in the right way. All right. I have made a goal sheet for you guys. It's going to be available. And it's, I don't know, can you put the link for us in this chat? Ashley, I think Nadar has that. It's a goal setting sheet that you guys can download and you guys can use for your quarter. However you do it, make the goal written down. It will never become anything unless you write it down. And then go forward and be prosperous in this new year by getting these written down. Couple things I want to cover before I get off here. I want to say thank you for all of you for getting on these calls. There have been a lot of people that have been with us since the very beginning when we started this journey. This journey of the Sales Hustle Club is something that I'm getting better as I feel like I'm maybe getting a little bit better in the technology and the content. But next year, I'm going to take it to a whole new level. We're going to be bringing guests. We're going to really step it up a notch. I want to be the best sales meeting that you can have to kick off your week, because we're building incredible products inside of CallProof. We have a new release that will be coming out very, very soon that's going to take the way you use your phone and the way you text message people to an entirely new level. But I'm going to ask for some help here. And this is my big ask. I don't ask enough about asking for referrals. We have a killer referral program. Get me a demo for someone that has at least 3 salespeople. I'll pay you $100 for just getting me a demo for someone that has a B2B sales team. If they close and they buy from us, I also give you $50 per user they onboard. So if they got 50 users, you can make a lot of money by referring a client to CallProof. If you go to this website, you can give us those referrals. It's callproof.com/referrals. And Ashley, I think you need to take that off that you shared. That's not the right link. Nadar can give you the link. Maybe he can put that in the post here. Anyway, so that's that. Just also a reminder too is we have a website, support at callproof.com. That is our, if you need anything or reach out to us or get any help from us, we are here to help. And so I want to open up the floor. Is there any questions regarding CallProof or any feedback about the goal setting exercise that we walked through? Anything that I can help you on? All right. Well, I appreciate everybody's time and energy today. Get those goals on paper. It's okay if you don't have anything right now. I can't imagine what I'm going to write down. Really ponder this. You have until the first of the year. We have some time to collaborate with your family, with your coworkers on what would feel great. I want you guys to go into this new year feeling energized and ready. But I also want you to think of yourself this time next year, feeling what it feels like when you achieved your goals. How would it feel if you were this time next year, it's 23, you're looking back at the goals that you've decided to make and the feeling of success. It feels amazing. And I want all of you to enjoy a prosperous 23 and enjoy time with family over the next few weeks. And I'll talk to you the next time we have this meeting, which I think the 9th of January is when the next Sales Hustle Club, and I'll send out invites for that. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Happy New Year. If I don't see you till then, take care.